Exactly.
So on the day of
Uh,
arrival, how was the feeling like?
good.
I believe you said before going, you have read online and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
At finally arriving at the international airport over there, how was the feeling like for you?
So it was a great feeling. We drew Hano. The first thing I told myself was, this is the place where I can achieve what I want to achieve.
Wow.
That's the truth. That's how I felt. And yeah, but time yeah, it's not a car, you're driving and I'm sitting in. I was just looking around. It looked very beautiful. Me who be that?
Okay.
Krasini, what I say?
How's it
Me who
Krasini?
be that?
Oh
Me
yeah,
show window name.
what you Ghana? Oh
Oh,
yeah,
me,
how's it
forget it,
Krasini?
forget it, forget it. Salah. It's me share window name who buildings now is a highest thing.
That's
Oh, it was
right.
a very beautiful feeling.
That's right.
And it
That's
was a very, very, when I think back, it was a very beautiful feeling.
okay.
Yeah.
So you already had. Did you lodge at the school's hostel or you found a private
So
place?
before I made two, even before I made two play, there
Hmm.
was like I started doing the research into send American guy na Michiano. I'll try and be quick with this. Guy na Michiano we know your friend is I'm yes, very sorry. Michiano the
Embassy.
embassy
Yeah.
I'll connect him to Bino. So nipa na connect him now and also airbus school
Hmm.
And also, I catch up so we nya ubi because at the time I may share apartments, but
Hmm.
any houses name. Now I'm saying I had to your apartments, your houses. Houses need cheaper.
Okay.
House maybe when you nipa bear 4.5 bed fee back
Okay.
different rooms.
Okay.
Apartments say they're mostly expensive because I know
Mm.
it's a 4 level.
Mm.
Into no na me should be banana boy then. Into saa guy no connecting me to ubi ɔbaa bi a ɔyɛ Nigerian ni ba ɔkɔ saa school no na ɔpɛ new ɔno ɔwɔ hɔ deda
Okay.
ɛna ɔpɛ new roommates but ɔhwehwɛ African roommates
Okay.
yɛ sɛ ɔno koraa no wabuki ne din wɔ saa room house hɔ nti
Okay.
me contact no na ɔmo ne ɛhɔ bɔyɛfo ne ade nti me ne landlord ne kasaeɛ ɛberɛ a mewɔ Ghana meyɛ ne nyinaa
Okay.
wie nti I already had a place sɛ a mekɔtena ba fa ne nyinaa koraa no na the day I be moving hɔ no na ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛda no na house bɛyɛ ready rent ne start 1st September nti
Okay.
onipa no anka na ɛwɔ so bɛrima no a na ɛwɔ so ɔbɛfa me no
Mm.
mekɔdaa ne hɔ
Kakra
for
for a while.
kakra for like 3 to 4 days nti rent ne
Okay.
start yɛ 1st September na me movie kɔ ɛhɔ
Oh, okay. I see. I see. You see, I will be Drew. America. You are looking forward to starting your class, and
Mhm.
then. So, how was the plan for you? Definitely to school and then work alongside, right?
Yes, that was the plan. So all those things, no, as I was going, I was meeting people. They started advising me.
Okay.
So, senior etieno, my also my loan no send e adwuma no sɛ wotua wo fees na
Mm-hmm.
sɛ kakra bi bɛka saa aseɛ no ɛbɛyɛ wo upkeep but
Yeah.
ɔmo ma mete aseɛ sɛ saa sika no is not enough and it's true it's not enough to take care of you nti so wa wonya wo adwuma nti no
Okay.
first no you have to look students adwuma etua $15 an hour $14 an hour
Okay.
na ɛno saa no Ghana ni deɛ ɔbɛka sɛ yɛ sika ɛso but ɛha no saa
Yeah.
$15 a ɛnyɛ hwee.
Okay.
Mhm. Nti wohwehwɛ school nim now ɛna as a student no you can only work 20 hours a week so the whole week 20 hours pɛ na wobɛtumi ayɛ adwuma normal work if obi adi ma normal work there normally 40 hours a week but as a
Okay.
student no you can only work 20 hours nti no sɛnea ɛteɛ no wopɛ sɛ wo survive a you have to get another job but the truth is those other jobs as a student first year you are not supposed to do any job outside of school.
Okay.
Nti, but there are a lot of Americans send it, baby are immigrants, immigrants abu so wɔ country hanom say. Then you
Mm.
be an American. Bebree na free baby na buy no ba benya omo papers. Bebree na nti omo te nneɛma we ase. Nti
Okay.
there are a lot of small jobs but I see students wɔ hɔ a ɔmo hie sika.
Okay.
Ọmụ ohie adwuma nti no obetumi ama wo underground adwuma bi wobɛyɛ na etua wo sika
Okay.
ɔmfa sika no ɛfa wo account no
Okay.
nti
Physical
ɛno
cash.
saa no atɔtɛ
Well, album of physical cash.
aha saa nti ɛno saa no woyɛ lucky na wonya edwuma wɔ school a na wosan nya biribi saa a
Mm,
na kyerɛ sɛ w'abrabɔ ano sɛ wobɛbɔ edwuma mmienu na wakɔ class very
okay.
tough life.
Yeah,
Mm,
I can imagine.
nyɛ easy. It
But
was. Mhm.
and
I'm
so
sorry, please go.
how different is the education system from ours? The audit to yeah system now.
Nti mɛka sɛ woyɛ obi a woyɛ average students wɔ Ghana koraa na but woyɛ serious a ɔba ha you can excel because
Okay.
the way the education system is ɛnyɛ sɛ it's the same usua the exam o, but like let me see if I can really describe this. Like Ghana, ubesua yɛbɛ ma wo lectures, ebi a yɛbɛ ma wo nneɛma slides, si kusua in
Mm-hmm.
the middle of the semester, I'll be midterm tests.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the semester, I'll be exam. We in trial, we feel it. How do you say?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just that. We also have projects every semester. Every course be out there. In that semester, no, and when the project out there,
Okay.
the project is not always writing. It could be something else depending on the course you are doing. Some projects will be practical projects. Oh. And
Mm.
although the projects you do, the tests, quizzes, you know, your quizzes. So the quizzes are more like weekly things and no makes me weekly, but and only giddy giddy. You can even sometimes you can even refer to your notes and do the quiz. And
Okay.
then we have exam. Exam is more like midterm exam and final exam. And know you're more serious, but the way the exam is conducted, and yet Ghana typical exam be a paper. Some exam ni bo ha obey your computer system dim
Okay.
and your exam be and what's our refer some exams you can refer. It's a very interesting system. And
Okay.
the lecturers are available. Lecturers no office hours, office hours no times I'll be seeing no edo problem some no into
Mm.
and or more different resources into do who just school ni ma you do well like untimi nko country lecturer say we maintain ase on boa be boa
Okay.
catch the way what share maintain ase help me. Like it's a very liberal system
Okay.
into I no onye obi a wesua senior yɛtumi kasa wɔ Ghana.
Mm.
Sɛnea Ghana wowɔ hɔ a nipa ebi a wɔwɔ class koraa nipa fɛre sɛ ɔbɛpagya wɔn nsa
Yeah.
presentation wofɛre sɛ ɔbɛyɛ
Yeah.
you need to work on those things. And even it's interesting enough ɛhanom sɛ so saa na ɛte nipa bebree wɔ hɔ a even ɛhanom sɛ koraa my presentations bi a meyɛ
Mm-hmm.
I had people in my group a wɔn sɛ wɔn mpɛ sɛ wɔn kasa
Yeah. It's
almost
everywhere.
true it's there it's everywhere but then you be our articulate our kasa, you make your problems known. O
Mm-hmm.
kyerɛ wo ho be far palm. And even I don't say the oh yeah, they are back kasa no. Obi a on person kasa ko be kasa but you just know say on person kasa. Or in the end
Mm.
why so what I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sa na tie wa ha. So it's a very liberal educational system. Um, and it's very digital.
Okay.
A lot of things are there you can easily wonim computer mu kakra bi a ɛbɛboa wo.
Okay.
Saa na
So
ɛteɛ.
when I speak with my friends over there, they tell me so Ube do fresh the first 3 months, 4 months, getting to the first 6 months is quite bumpy for you because after I will finding feet, oh pet year and all that. For you, how was that like for you? And I said, oh do or not be prepared for you. So you knew say, okay, Juma way na this is how much I'm receiving and all that. How was it like for you over there?
Good question. Nti no me baeɛ no it was the same for me. Me na menni adwuma biara. I was trying to say mɛkɔ school ne portal ne makɔpɛ apply to adwuma bi ansa na maduru but mennyɛ adwuma biara.
Okay.
School no ɔmo wɔ diner. School ne diner no. In school no in every aspect of the school no students yɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ. But
Okay.
students a like we students now you juma or office beer like if you are admissions officer now be that's the most preferred job and also your research job
Okay.
beer but when ya sa nneɛma no a agye wo so a wokɔ dan na akɔsrɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo mpɛ adwuma bi ma wo nti me mebaeɛ na menni adwuma bia nti me guy na me se na anka ɔbɛfa me no ɛna
Mm.
ɔ advice me sɛ o ɔde me kɔɔ dan na hɔ no ɔde me kyerɛ maame no sɛ o mepɛ adwuma nti the first job a menyaeɛ no na meyɛ adwuma wɔ school ne dan na me baabi a ɔmo yɛ burger ne nkosua ne nneɛma nti
Okay.
me nso mahyɛ chef ataadeɛ na me nso
As a
mekye
pantry.
nneɛma mekye burger
Okay.
mekye burger
Now,
wɔ students no
now only
anim na
maybe
ɔmo
I
abɛgye
know.
na ɔmo kɔ sɛ ɔmo bɛkyerɛ wo nti no ɛsɛ minim aduane no amu ba minim Ghana aduane na minim no aba aduane na ɛwɔ hɔ no ɔmo
Uh,
wɔ sɛ aburokyi no ɔmo biribi ayɛ system nti
yes.
ɛnyɛ aduane a ɔno ayɛ salt to taste ebi a o
Okay.
de salt no gu mu na they will tell you say yɛ ne sei o de
Okay.
wei no gu so sei no ayɛ sei nti ɔmo kyerɛ no
Wow.
tɛ no saa no agye me yɛ ɛna ɛyɛ very hard job me later koraa me kɔ hwehwɛ mu koraa yɛ sɛ ɛnsɛ sɛ students koraa no ɔmo ma students yɛ saa egya adwuma no cause ɛyɛ dangerous ma ɔmo ba yɛn they were using us for those jobs and we didn't
Oh,
even know
okay.
that we are not supposed to be doing those jobs.
And it
It's
was
now
quite difficult.
it was very difficult because students they break time like a broad students and also be did especially undergraduates for school
Mm.
most of the pantry food no there is meant for them it's not meant for us the masters people
Okay.
they'll pour in and they want their food so you have to be quick
Be
like
quick.
we hear no back to back to back course the some we
Hey,
now nice so very very
for like
stressful
4 hours a day.
bro me say first time I'm here na wo say me person me maximizing me 20 hours no
Mhm.
to me compare 8 hours me first day be hey bro now it was very hard me we no ma until later me chiche mu kakra but in the end no be just imagine say ujina hwa
Yeah, nice.
only and most people omo here yes adwuma no immigrants are and yes omo nye students in pool like obi a ɔyɛ sɛ adwuma no full time no ɔyɛ
Mm.
immigrant bi a ofiri kuro bi mu Tibet
Bangladesh.
aha ɔno he's coming to make it nti
Yeah.
ɔmo kɔ ɔmo nhyɛ da nte borɔfo yi ɔmo na ɔmo yɛ boys ɔmo te
Okay.
life ase nti ɔmo na ne yɛ ne ɔmo relate
Okay.
over there na ɔne ɔmo kasa na kyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma no wie ano akɔ nti wobɛpɛ wo class times
Okay.
na wahwɛ sɛ na waba adjust wo class times so saa job no
Okay.
nti etire ɛna saa madamfo yi a san introduce me to some guy bi a owning warehouse na
Okay.
ofiri Pakistan
Okay.
ɛna ɔlink me to say adwuma no nti ɛno yɛ those under jobs no bi
Okay.
nti ɛno nso me start yɛ na yɛ warehouse job mekɔ warehouse a makɔ lifting nneɛma nti meyɛɛ no a
The
ɛn
B. Oh, Ghana,
oh
the B.
bɔsu nti woyɛɛ no a na wasan kɔ kye aduane na wasan kɔ school nti a rotating lifestyle wonnya time ma ho you need the money
Say
oh
Juma we in
saa
Anka,
na
oh,
ɛha
Ghana,
teɛ
oh, you not even lift a finger.
meyɛ ayɛ
Oh,
den
yeah, yeah, then.
meyɛ ayɛ den ba hanom sɛ deɛ
Hey.
agye wo survive but me no mɛka like the easy mepɛ sɛ wote aseɛ sɛ I don't know how other people think but man I've wanted my independence. So
Okay.
the thought say me a me me juma me san ko school no. I was so happy. And minimum juma ye.
Mm.
We are Ghana ni juma bi a ni ha untimi nya we ni nya cause one who be that.
Yeah.
Bibi a free no e ho ye hye.
Yes.
Nti enye nti
Yes.
we bre ba me ni me ni agye say me de me ho na me ye me juma me ko me school. Nti ha me ni problem.
Mm.
Minimum plans. Nti minim dia me
Okay.
nti so
You
that
know,
was how it
you
was.
know, from what you are saying, the jobs are not, they ground like that.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no, no.
wondering how you were able to manage to balance learning, working, learning, working, learning, working. But of course, the way they were kind of say, oh, learning and shit and you can even refer to your note and write some of the
Yeah,
what do you call it, midterm exams and all that. So I
yeah.
understand. But even as a
Mm-hmm.
student, mentally, didn't it drain you? Weren't you mentally drained? or
Yeah.
eventually it became normal for you? And no body anything.
Okay.
And
Right. So first of all, Mecca said, don't get me wrong.
mhm.
Additional was a system here different. So if you're able to understand the system,
Yeah.
obey idea. But there are a lot of people on Mobaha, they didn't understand the way the system works here, so they struggled.
Okay.
Then it's yes, we be able to copy. It's just there is a way it works. Oh,
Okay.
so you just have to understand the system. Who understand it, they are okay. Luckily for me, I don't intimate the system. That's it.
Okay.
It was hard. It was really hard managing. And so I think so I said this first. Me back fresh no. Maybe who say me path now me person me say my can my background in natural.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm person me drew no so financial analytics no me yeah emboa me. Into me call yeah inquiries. Now I'm for catch me say me sesa. I'm so no me dey me kasa on to ko bisa me kɔ offices ko bisa am so asɛm ni na ade aba kwa e wo so hu ne say US ano it's a rights country. Unim rights now unim the power. Now timi can people will notice you and they will help you. But one
Yeah.
can be in wow.
Okay.
And it's a Ghana or be who aka so oh here mo amem wow. I want to say
Mm.
the aje wo can dia e be wow.
Yeah.
What I say? Ghana the ibu ka kakra e wow. Oh, you see that's how
Yeah.
to say who can you have to make your case known. It's me no more kokasa chom so me apply to course we be fine but me pay bill. Once some money.
Okay.
Mene omo kasa ya no obi finally mihyia one lady bi oye official school mu na catch me so it's possible we can do it no oh yeah courses we this first semester but second semester no you best switch all course somehow so I was able to
Mm.
switch
Okay.
so there is a reason why I'm saying this it will answer your question
Mhm.
and first of all I didn't so I was so here and so here mindset
Mhm.
their nipa dream also will buy and one is so nearby able to school it's not like that. And I'm sure
So
say we interviews will be on my mom and sister like it's very hard
it has to
over
take
here.
someone to refer you or someone to tell you that okay,
Exactly.
uh,
But even a local when you finally are eligible to apply for good jobs, maybe can make see our about here they are surviving.
yeah.
You will be working, just imagine a family scenario. I was working in a warehouse and Boston, is one of the cold states.
Okay.
This is me used to cold now. Start our assembly cano. Mr. Ghana for a brain, you momo dreams are where the our any do a year new our
So
bit
we
me.
Jima a freezy.
I'm telling you, it is extremely cold. If I'm a member scenario being Ghana, weather I'm 28 degrees, 26 degrees Celsius. That's the weather in Ghana, the
Mm.
temperature.
Mm.
Obaha during the cold season, September, October, November, December, January, you
Mm.
can even get to 0 degrees.
Freezing point.
Yes, sometimes I've experienced negative 20 degrees before.
Charlie.
And only a pie 2 minutes. Pie na ujina hocha. I hear crowd. It's very serious.
Wow. So do people drive
Nti,
around in that
yes,
kind
so
of
it's
weather?
recommended that you have a car.
Okay.
And also, no car no heater. Room so wɔ heater nti wopia na wopia tena car mu wopia kɔ office like yɛngyina abɔnten nkyɛ ɛwɔ saa weather no mu
What do
so
you
wate aseɛ
Okay.
nti this is the weather I'm doing warehouse job I'm doing school job and I'm schooling so yes it's not easy but you need the mind nti wote aseɛ sɛ wo mindset ni na wonim biribi a wopɛ sɛ wokɔ a wobɛhu sɛ ɛnyɛ dadaba nneɛma na wobɛyɛ wɔ ha na ɛnyɛ
Yeah.
itirimɔden nneɛma most people ba say even people I met here Ghanaians a na me ne ɔmo wɔ ha ebi wɔ hɔ koraa ɔmo ntumi ɔmo kɔ back to Ghana because ebi
Charlie.
a ɔno nko ara na ɔte ɔyɛ lonely ntumi ne aborɔfo ne relate wɔ a lot of reasons but me no me my psyche was a me ba no and this is
Mm.
all truth like me nim bia me pɛ eti
Mhm.
Eyo bro, but me ne, I made the vim, me koye juma, ma ko school, ma ba, ma da, ma sorry, I repeat,
Mm,
and loneliness, I mean, yeah, there any problem, and then,
okay,
eh, and I mean, if I did that, don't mean anything, send any nipa relate. Nti me
okay,
ne obiara relate. My
okay.
roommates, it be a Ghanaians, it be a Nigerians. They were all my friends. In
Mm,
school, crowd, my mates, some are Indian, some are whites. I relate to all of them. So you have to have those skills. It was all to me, you'll be out to me making now for. Also to be you'll be a oh yeah, what dream say oh bebre.
yeah,
No bebre. You know, because unim the open. If you
okay.
have those mindsets obviously, a very shaky beginning, but what dreams, the mentality need to be okay.
Wow, I
Mm,
see. You mentioned said you were the school was able to offer you a certain level of scholarship, and then
mhm.
the remaining ones was catered for by a
The
loan
loan,
company. Yes. So um, you have to work, fend for yourself, and also repay the loan. How
exactly.
difficult was it? How are you navigating all these?
That's a good question. So the loan, after they deposit the loan into the school's account to pay the fees, and then
Mm,
you get some for your upkeep. After
mm,
60 days after that, you have to start paying the loan.
okay.
So, but then when you start paying the loan, you are only paying the interest at the principal of the loan at the beginning. It's after you
Okay.
finish school that you pay the principal and the interest.
Okay.
Okay, so the 2 years of you being in school, you'll be to your principal on the pay. In this year, I was earning about school need you name me $15 an hour and tax or meta tax in that's like $13 an hour from school.
Okay.
And I was earning, I think, $14 an hour from saa adwuma
Warehouse.
na meyɛ no bɛn no tax ni nkototua wo cash
Yeah.
nti saa sika na me earn together no plus loan sika na aba from the upkeep no that's
Mm,
what I was using to do everything nti na me de pay aduane di ɛno na me de tua me bills me rent ɛno nso
mm.
na me de tua loan no so that's how I was living.
Oh, I
And
see.
eventually, once I had them say, so system ni ejuma, so you have to do your research. There are a lot of avenues. It be a free food, waha, it be a school
Free
name.
food.
Yes, the school was even doing this program. They helping nipa, bread. They no, apply program. No, be about 20 free food servings. So they no pantry na.
Okay.
O tap o card there. Ube run for free. Ube smell the
Okay.
Oh, so you have to utilize things like that.
Okay.
Now, send America now, if you make friends to Ghana phobia or more had that don't person wow. So all these things will come together to help you survive.
Okay.
And there will be moments I'll see in our best son. Like that I also would navigate to
For
me.
navigating.
So
Wow.
these are the things I was doing to survive and
And you were able to save
make
some
it.
of the money upon
Mhm.
all these things that were stretching you.
So also we are doing say bra wo school ne ɛnyɛ savings asɛm na
Hand
wɔwɔ
to mouth.
bɛ how to math exactly
Mouth.
how to math nti
Okay.
saa wobɛpɛ like wo sika bi a wɔde survive saa na wɔde asurvive a later woyɛ yie bi a na wɔade savings
Mm. So
Mhm.
for you, so far, you since you are this is your second year in America, right? Oh, what 3 years?
Yes, exactly. Me call me 3 years exactly.
Where you school now and I said what I saw.
My real school no.
Okay, okay,
Mhm,
okay. So your dream of becoming a software engineer, no?
mhm.
Yeah, switch kakra about eco business analysis. And as a, how are you
No.
moving towards that dream?
Nti so nyame adom I've achieved the dream.
How?
Nyame adom nti sisi I'm a software engineer.
Really?
Oh, yeah, in a very reputable company.
But
I work
you
for
mentioned say you went to change the financial analysis to business
to
analysis.
business. Yeah, so the reason why I changed it was financial analytics, no, and me feel say a bema finance still a bit bomb it won't
Okay,
the business analytics was more analytics focused. Into
okay,
no you're more computer science related. Into now me hope ne say me yeah no eventually meet me I get me resume me CV in a way I be appeal
okay,
to software engineering role no and I'm a pair some certifications being so I get
okay,
related to software engineer no me I'm a personal certifications and I'm a
okay.
yeah and
Courses you did online.
yeah, online, me
Listening
some
to
Microsoft
courses. Mhm.
certification, the
Okay,
and no, it's no some certifications near some type of certifications. I'll try one exam. I say ACC, this and
okay,
them, no. So try exam near them. So try or pass here. No, be an say we are a certified so and so. It's
okay,
a boa story if you want to
okay,
apply for jobs.
okay,
Me yeah, no be and software engineering field no adeɛ baako a ɛyɛ strong paa kasa ma woyɛ wo projects ebia
okay,
wayɛ website bi sei da anaa woyɛ machine learning software bi a ɛyɛ sei ne sei nti mepɛ time bi ɛyɛ saa nneɛma no bi me a me
okay,
personal projects a mede tools na ɛyɛ required for a good software engineer no mede
okay,
yɛɛyɛ ɛna mede
okay,
nyinaa toto me resume so me CV no so.
okay.
So with those all those different things, I was hoping say ebe boa me ama I'll be recognized.
Yeah, that's great. You live among different people coming from different cultures, and I believe that
Mhm.
with your 2 years so far, you've learned a lot from these
A
people.
lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What would you say are some of the let's start from culture shocks. Things
Exactly.
um it's okay in your culture but can't be done in other people's culture. And then
Hmm.
your personal observations that you've made in dealing with people from diverse backgrounds.
Okay. So it's a very interesting question. Let me think. The idea about crime meeting I can say then I will kind of culture shocks there were have, but people say that make USA immigrants be right,
Yeah.
and one of the interesting immigrants or more Indians. Indians abusu wɔ ha paa. Wɔn wɔ biribiara.
How do they
Baabi
enter
koraa
there? How
ɔba.
do they manage to come to the US?
So they go through the same thing we go through, but you see, the thing is, the Indians, right now they have the biggest population in the whole world.
Yeah.
Into no, into even though say almost caught to what we are going through now, there are
Mm,
still a lot.
yeah.
So you still see them everywhere, and they are very hard working. So
Okay.
ɛna ɔmo boa ɔmo ho because ɔmo yɛ bebree ne nti no ɔmo hyiahyia ɔmo ho nti ɔmo boa ɔmo ho
Okay.
adeɛ baako a ɛwɔ ɔmo ho no but obiara bɛduru US a US culture na ɔdi akyire
Okay.
nti no ɛba culture shock a most of the culture shocks is US culture but I would say the US culture ankasa is a very liberal culture nti no and I'm one of the I'm sure there are a lot of Ghanaians like me like you said I mean kind of like I understand urban mindsets, Kaka.
Okay.
So it was easy for me to blend in. Now the
Hmm.
way it works, they say it was so to me blending in, but at the same time, no, so it was so new baby out free.
Uh-huh.
Uko blending in, bro, so it's not good.
Okay.
Oh, oh, yeah, once oh, Ghana need to, and also, yeah, it was
Hmm.
so who send you know. There are a lot of things, cause what to say, how do you say, ukɔgye w'ani a ɛho hia sɛ wobɛnom nsa like by force
Yes.
wohu nti ɛyɛ adeɛ a me sɛ menom nsa nti like ɛwɔ sɛ ohu sɛnea wobɛyɛ no ebia wobɛkɔ akɔpɛ wo drink biara sɛ nsa wonnom nsa na obiara mbɛha wo because
Mm.
nnipa agye omu nka wotim bisa wo sɛ aren't you going to drink something like
Yeah. It's
ɛyɛ
normal for them. They call it
very
shots.
normal for them
I will put in some small.
ɔmonom shots ne nneɛma
Mm.
nneɛma it's a very regular thing obi koraa pɛ sɛ ɔka sɛ ebi ɔno pɛ sɛ they want to talk to you or relate to you, or Becca say, let's go out for drinks. Like
Okay.
it's a normal thing for them, and so these are things that you have to try and um manage so that you won't go and fall into some lifestyle. I want to say it's not you, you know.
Okay.
And idea Ghana phone me, I'm a person Ghana phone. And it say Ghana idea irradiation pani idiane.
Uh-huh.
I want to say idiane nye de bako say into one
How?
of the
What?
major
It's
culture
not
shocks.
tasty or hot.
They what Ghana for him say the flavor aduane, the seasoning gum. I'm near
Okay.
there. I don't say I didn't win the seasoning. They don't have good seasonings. And
Okay.
omu mean say the season aduane. Another thing, so they say omu nu aduane ne emma ne nko say be enam.
I want
Obe
my name
o
being.
Ghana ni omu no ama ne den.
Ah,
Omu fele se o no ana ne nam ne nsuo ni bi wo mu sa na. To say be a meat and I say steak. Omu aim ne say ombe no ama abonten no ache ba inside ne nche.
ah.
And
And
the man
okay
and then
with
the
it.
omo dear and yes okay oh, that's good food. That's what we
Really?
call good food to them. Nti adeɛ a ɛyɛ den ne sɛ wobɛnya good food wɔ ha. Nti yɛn kra na yɛwɔ some sɛnea Ghana wowɔ Ghana a wokɔdi burger ne pizza a ɛna wokɔ kyele no.
Hmm.
Yɛnya Ghana restaurant bi wɔ hɔ a
And I chili, mama.
yɛkɔdi aduane wɔ Ghana restaurant na yɛkɔ kyele. Ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ good
Hey,
news
God,
about it yɛkɔgye yɛni.
the
That's
irony.
how it is. You see how life is. So
Hmm.
one thing Ghanaians should appreciate is the food we eat because our food is very tasty.
Hmm.
The food here is very terrible. And I think this is one of the major culture shocks that me personally, yeah, every other thing wasn't really, I'll have to, it wasn't a drink, but
Okay.
other things, no, they were culture changes, but they were not shocks.
Okay.
It didn't shock me.
Okay.
It's not something I found hard to adapt to. Eh, but the food is very, very terrible.
Okay.
Very, very
Is
terrible.
there something that is okay in our culture, but it's not okay in their culture? Have you encountered a situation like that before?
Um, See, I'll be frank with you. I'm sure I have, and like I'm sure I've encountered several, but it's not coming to mind right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe you have some examples. What yeah, maybe I'll also be something I'm confirm yeah. But right now, it's not really coming to mind. Like
Hmm.
you
Okay.
know,
No problem.
yeah, it's not
You
really coming
mentioned
to
you
mind.
mentioned also the fact that so because say let's go out it means we should like let's go out we person no kasa I suggest say young go out for a drinks and all that. In terms
Yeah.
of bonding with other people, relationship wise
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
up a girl be already.
They be to say I'm a Miguel because so the reason was that
Uh-huh.
so na make an mentality no unim dia ope.
Okay.
So, and the way the US system works, a lot of people use marriage
Yes.
as a way to get their papers. But me, I purpose in my heart, say, and yet, me and family, me home, uncle, she'll be in same sir.
Okay.
And yet, say, open so yeah for business purposes, cry now. I do to ya, so I can me, I'm the big to you be our
Okay.
no. So
Okay.
me, I wasn't about all those things. My adrian is in person, you Jumana to me, Jumana, me, my papers.
Okay.
Um, into and I was very focused. So because of that, I wasn't I didn't date. But the thing is, and yes, me share nipa
Mhm.
like it was like, but it just didn't like it. I say you be a main panel, and I say you be our own me,
Okay.
you know. So like I've gone on dates before. I've met
Yeah.
people. I've talked to people. I've had some level of relationships with people, but I don't have a girlfriend right now. I've
Okay.
not met someone Makasu we game it. It's a minute it's not.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
understandable.
And
Understandable.
yes, and you realize that oh, only if you are Nipa white people, they are different from us, you know. So you see the differences, you know, like I keep saying the food, the food they eat, even their type of fun. Like Ubroni per se, or hiking and I say skiing and I oh nyama be a me say Misro Heights, and I'm sure say Ghana for Misro Heights. Yeah, far
Okay.
heights in Diago. Ufie somewhere in your house, which is near there. Do go to
Yeah,
me,
fear before.
but Ufia before. Oh, and send them really. But Obroni person, Okoye Bibi, who be. Now, Joe say,
Um,
hey, me person, me like, Yanko baby, go didi. And now, Yanko, yeah, golf.
yeah,
Na nneɛma a wopɛ sɛ woyɛ yi deɛ, oh,
Charlie.
so all those things, yeah, it's just very interesting. Oh, ɔmo very different mindsets. Ɛna me nso adeɛ baako a personally, oh, please, these are all personal experiences.
Mm,
There was a time I'm in Abrofo Kotna. I moved from where I was after, I believe, 2 years. Me in school, no.
okay,
Me move it. Right now I'm in an apartment, but me move it to a new house.
okay.
And it was another shared house. Me and Abrofo Kotna. No, we very dirty.
Really?
Oh, very dirty.
Should inform
Ọmụ
me.
yɛ fi paa hwɛ mfam ho. Ọmụ yɛ ɔmo ho sɛ asɛ ɔmo nyɛ ready sɛ ɔmo bɛfiri ɔmo maame fie na ɔmo afiri ɔmo maame fie. That's how it looks like. They don't know
Mm,
how to take care of their surroundings. Na ɛha me paa. So those are some of the things
my sister
yeah,
baby
I'll
friend,
say
Gary.
culture shock. Oh,
Won't play Gary.
bebree, guy. Bebree. Wo Ghana ni apɛ sɛ dware twice a day no. Oburoni timi tam ne bag na ɔkɔ. Ne ho bɔn.
Already.
Oh,
Ah,
enye easy o. We say I was say before the Ghana for appreciate omo ho pa
yeah,
because yeah, well, a lot of value, a lot of things that our values are very strong. Abofo need
yeah.
some of these values.
Apart from the food, what else do you miss about Ghana?
So I miss my friends, my family, the food, and the food there. Me say, I did me miss it because Ghana ka upi. Once BBR no, they do it and tailor it to the country. So
Yeah.
even Chinese restaurant, ka Ghana, near the same Chinese restaurant ha.
Oh, okay.
But Chinese restaurants ha bad, but Ghana Chinese restaurants is much better.
Better. Yeah.
So everything, Ghana, adeɛ baako a me miss wɔ Ghana ho ne sɛ, nnipa yɛ people are can easily warm up to you. Like who
Mm,
show be a Dakar or share the me and then abon komo.
yeah.
Ghana will be me a stop in a car or pan foul because so nanti be a
Mm.
opeso kusi will be. I don't say untimi yes I don't know ha. Untimi it's not car now we share will be say or breba me follow. Hey, I recover from police also.
Huh?
Oh yes, we don't do that here. I they will be kidnapping and oh, like a lot of things. Ebe fan dream. Into
Okay.
know, I really miss the togetherness of
The
Ghanaians.
community.
They are my community, yes.
Mm,
But so that we kind of I've moved. I think where I've moved and I miss the Ghana weather too. Because me pe
okay.
warm weather pa.
Okay.
But nyame adom baby I'm a movie about no I had to say Ghana ka ha warm.
Accra.
Ha nye
Okay.
new to say baby na me wono. So say I want no ha me dim. And
Okay.
I think say ha no so nipa no bo ha ne more friendly than baby I'm wono.
Okay.
So
You have
but
more of the blacks
overall
over there.
it's not even that. It's just culture. I don't say, the US is the US, but every state is like a different country. It's very interesting. So
Okay.
every state has its own culture.
Okay.
Ubeko states, I Rebecca say, how do say nipa need to see? Ubeko no sa ampa ubehena nipa need to sa.
Okay.
Ubeba ha nipa need to see. So the people here, no, generally, they are just more open.
Okay. That's LA,
Yeah,
right?
and Los
Okay.
Angeles.
Okay. I see. Yeah,
Hmm.
Charlie, it's been an interesting conversation. We are wrapping
Hmm.
up. My fine last but one question would be
Good.
in your entire stay so far, what would you
Hmm.
consider your biggest challenge? Like your greatest
Thank you.
challenge that you've gone through?
This is a very good, very, very good question. And send your be ending idiom. Patch my permission. I'm mean dragging answer ne kakra.
Sure, no problem.
Because answer we ehun hia me pa pesi nipa ho.
Hmm.
My biggest challenge was getting a good job. So the way it works now, after your first year now, you know the obey jobs, obey juma school or survive, you have after that first year, you go on a 3 months vacation,
Yeah.
3 months break. During that break, you have the chance to look for do an internship. That will be your first good job.
Okay.
After that internship, then you go your second 1 year of school. Then
Okay.
after that you are done with school, then you have to find a job, right?
Okay.
So those correct jobs now is a school ho job and I open no.
Hmm.
Ɛyɛ den paa. Ɛwɔ sɛ wote aseɛ sɛ US no sɛnea wo nso wopɛ sɛ ɔba ha bɛkɔ school no. Saa na obiara a ɔwɔ country biara a ɔwɔ berɛ so pɛ sɛ ɔba ha bɛkɔ school. Nti competition no. Ɛna nnipa na ɔmo wɔ ha no nso, the people who were born here to are here. So the competition is extremely high.
Hmm.
Nti adwuma pɛ yɛ den paa in order sɛ wobɛ stand out. Na company no, wo a ɔyɛ international no, ɔfa wɔ adwuma mu a, gye wɔ sponsor a ɔma wotena ha. So
Okay.
adɛn nti na ɔbɛ kɔ akɔfa wo a obi a ɔyɛ yi, obi a ɔte ha dedade wohia sponsorship wɔ hɔ.
Hmm.
So the market is already stressful ama nipa a ɔmote ha koraa brɛ ne adwuma. How much more you an international student? You get it? It is the hardest, most challenging thing ever, but it's achievable. Like I
Okay.
said, it's all about hard work and preparation. Sisi Awurade adom, menyɛ adwuma a my dream job in my dream company. You
Wow.
get it? Yes. And nka only make us may last 4 or 3 months. I wouldn't even know I'll be in this
Hmm.
situation because last 4 or 3 months, I'm a break.
Charlie.
Yes, it's very tough, very tough. Oh. Before so ubenya internship, ube break. Nyame adom minya internship, right? But I have friends they still don't listen it. Many use school album, they don't have jobs. They are still doing jobs to survive.
Hmm.
You get it? But so that would be the most challenging thing. Yes, but it is not, it's very achievable.
So did it
If you
take
put in the work, you will achieve
your
it.
qualification, or did it take someone's recommendation to get you where you are? What do you think was the defining factor for you?
A very good question. Again, um, send American. I think so I said it before. Say BBA or BBA no. Ye BBA bi. Uye BBA bia. Anko ye kwa obi bisa wa. Obi hu say why ye BBA. Ko na anko ye.
Okay.
So I'll say a lot of factors were involved. So there are a lot of things they advise you to do. Oh, hi, so LinkedIn, I was so LinkedIn we drew. Now contact me, pa. I was all called career fairs and a career programs.
Okay.
I was so apply to jobs. I was so visa for referrals.
Okay.
Mm. So I did every single one of those things. The job that I got, someone referred me for the job. Someone who works in the company. In the US companies, they have an official referral system. I don't say any background who you know be a
Okay.
person referral company na kasa yes system will be very referral. But market ni mu ye diama say referral on the crown no. Uye cry in fact. And no crown no
Wow.
ding. Yes. But ejuma na minya no first will be refer me or refer me no. This is the first time ya refer me cry company need to me reach out to Yahoo application.
Okay.
When they reached out to me, they asked me a few questions. And I'm bouncing, almost means almost going forward. Can you imagine? It's a look at my bamu buye, you see, like obi a me nya ejuma, me nya chance na, and also I'm fat. But later, me say applying to another job. In this time, I didn't use a referral. Me and I may apply to that same company,
Mhm.
and almost I reach out to BM. And then they took me through the interview process, and it was a very hard 4 interviews. Three were technical interviews. One was
Wow.
a behavioral interview. Yeah, very, very hard interview. Me now in one day, all the interviews happened in one day.
Okay.
And then so, and then I got the job. So I would say, the projects I did, the certifications I did, the career fairs I went, the referrals I got, and the overall hard work is what helped me to attain,
Wow. I see.
my dream.
Uh, a little bit touch on you being bounced for applying for jobs.
Mhm.
Was it on one occasion or twice, or how many times have you been bounced, and how many times have you, and what do you think was the reason for bouncing you?
Okay. So I've been bounced several times. Now there are different types of bouncing. The one that I've gotten most is say, "What apply you, Jumano? What apply?" They didn't even reach out to you. You've applied. You are
Okay.
waiting. The first mail I'll be now is say you're bounced. So I know
Okay.
they may not be 2 million. Maybe the second type of bouncing they say, "Oba apply for you, Jumano. Oba reach out. If you are interview after interview, win ya. And no may not one pay. Ejuma
Okay.
ba could be penna. They call you interview. Ah, minya. Ejuma minya nina. I've gotten two internships and one full-time job. The
Okay.
two internships I got the interview, I did everything and went for this full-time job too like that.
Okay.
So I would say in Jumana me they didn't even reach out and they bounced, no.
Hmm.
These are companies that were not ready to sponsor or they just found other candidates more qualified than you are.
Okay.
In Tobaha, you have to do research and know, say, this company, they sponsor international students. So those are the companies as an international student you apply to.
Okay.
The companies that don't sponsor, you don't even apply to them. So the companies that sponsor to is competitive. So maybe you are just not fortunate. They got someone over you. That's just the
Hmm.
situation. So to achieve when opportunity meets hard work, that's when you achieve here. You get it.
That's awesome. Um,
That's how it
as
works.
we wrap up, um, so let's do you pick the public transport to your workplace, or how exactly?
That's a great question as well. So the way the system works here, then I make every state and the culture, right?
Hmm.
The state I was schooling in, the public transport is not so good compared to maybe a state like New York.
Okay.
So me start here me papa jobs within that first year now me papa jobs that I survive, you know.
Mm.
The it's maybe at 2022 and I'm in 2022 September and I'm starting Juma, I'm starting school 2023 February and I'm a talker.
Hey.
So oh yes.
So
That's when
with,
I bought a car.
so with the help of the credit system, I guess.
Yes, they have a credit system. So you would finance the car.
Okay.
So that's
As
what
you
I
work.
was doing. Yes.
Okay.
And the work I was doing, I bought the car because baby I made you money one. Me school now me kɔ baby adwuma ne wɔ no ne ade a public transport no ɛmboa me.
Wow.
So I needed a car. So you have to buy a car with purpose here. In fact, flex and talk car country
Of
have
course.
say.
Of course.
Obiara wɔ car nye flex wɔ ha. So
It's a
Ghana ɔka sɛ
necessity.
wɔ car it's a necessity exactly.
Mm.
It's I was able to use the car for that. But and my first internship to where it was, I needed to drive there. But
Okay.
my second internship was in the main city, which is called Boston.
Okay.
Every state has their main city.
Okay.
And in that city, open parking ni hɔ. City ni ɛhye, nipa gugu hɔ.
Okay. So you just
Unya baby park your car.
okay.
Ubenya baby park your car, do tuya.
Okay.
So at that point, it is better to pick the public transport over
Okay.
the over driving.
Okay.
So these are the reasons you either drive or use public transport. It's based on
Okay.
economic decisions. The DSR name.
Okay. Now,
So be for public transporter and chese uni sika te sɛ Ghana. And yes, I need I'm say a strategic reason to be maybe
yeah.
on a 4x4 be with you, but
Okay.
baby all kono in here so better train into no train.
Okay. Okay. I see. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. And did they based on your Ghana's? driver's license, or you had to pass through a whole new process to acquire your
Yeah,
license?
I had to pass. Who be some good questions? So I had to pass through a whole new process. So, meaning driving that, so I didn't have to go to driving school. So
Yeah.
what I did was I just went to apply for the license and I went through their system on how to get the license. I did the driver's test
Okay.
and then I got the license.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's how come I.
Okay.
Mhm.
You didn't have to
Yeah.
pay any Goro boy to get you the license.
No, no. There are people here who do that though. But
Oh,
no, sir,
really?
no. And just say, oh, copy license now, or
Okay.
bet show how the test is going to be in the
Okay.
nti ebi a test center no ɔne ɔmo di ne nti
Mhm.
before the test no ɔno ɔbɛpɛ car ma wo na ɔno ayɛ rounds bɛyɛ 20 nti
Okay.
test no ɛwɔ akyiri nti the next
Okay.
day no ɔkɔ a ɔbɛyɛ ne simple.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay.
That's how they work.
Okay.
But kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Charlie, it's been a great conversation. At this point, we'll bring our conversation to an end. Your final
Thank
shout
you.
outs to your people you want to shout out
Oh,
on this show. Who
okay.
can give your shout outs to them? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I want to give a shout out to my family, obviously.
Mm.
And then my friends who say, hey, Orlando ni solo air shot. And he
Orlando.
shouts
Hey,
them out.
Prince
Oh, yeah,
Orlando.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and my boys, no, no. And I'm in now for four.
Solomon, solo, so sheho.
I was a hop, papa, papa, papa,
That's
papa.
right.
I was a hop, papa, papa, papa. Ah, solo there. Oh, there, sure, no. Solo. They say, boys, me a big man. Oh, boys, me a big
Solo
man.
a
It was
big
all
man.
sure. Eh,
Mm,
it's my friends and my family.
that's
So, very soon, mube hu mu wɔ Ghana, mɛba abɛsra.
Obeba.
Oh, mɛba abɛsra paa.
Ebu musa na ọmụzị ese mụ kwa ese ahụ ya mụ dent na ga mụ mfa Ghana ya hwee.
Oh, oh, forget it. I mean, me December week na mpɛ sɛ mɛba. Me maame o, ɛna sɛ ohu me wɔ hɔ koraa de wo bɛfu.
Iye.
Ɛno nti na mamba o. Anka me koraa mebɛsra December wei a na masan ba back.
Okay.
Ba adeɛ baako a ɛyɛ factor a ɛma nipa ntumi mba Ghana ne sɛ Ghana ticket bɔ yɛ den. It's like $2,000.
Oh wow,
Oh,
Charlie,
nti
that's
no.
crazy.
Oh yeah, nti ansa na wobɛba abɛsra Ghana na kyerɛ sɛ wowɔ
It has to
sika
be
a yɛde yɛ
important.
saa ade no. Anaasɛ exactly, or it has to be very important. That's why you do it. Yeah.
Charlie, it's been great conversation. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
honoring
thank you,
my invitation. Charlie,
thank you, thank you.
the see her.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.